Okay, so just who I am really quick. I was a client. So I had my own journey in this, so I understood figuring out a trainer, figuring out where to go, that apprehension, that fear. So I kind of stepped back from my trainer. I've been doing this for 8 years now. Stepped back and figured out what I was looking for and what I connected with and why I wanted to refer other people, to trainers that I've worked with over the course of, my journey. General manager of Body 3, I won't go through all of that. So referral engine. So in the referral engine, John talks about know, like, trust, try, buy, and refer. So that is the cycle that every single one of your clients go through, and the cycle that I want you to think about when you think about your client life cycle. So the first is know. So you're looking at your client's initial introduction to your business. That is the start of your client life cycle, not when they purchase your product. So taking a look at your website, is that something you need to clean, update, rebrand if necessary? Figuring out when they pop on your website, does it tell them exactly who you are? Does it appeal to your market? I think it's easy to create a real pretty website and things maybe that appeal to us, but is that matching your demographic? So figuring out your avatar, figuring out who you're trying to get into your club and giving them something that appeals to them. Making sure that, on Google, do you have the reviews to support who you are and the ability for them to find you quickly? We did a campaign about a year ago where we incentivized our staff to get 50 5-star reviews from our clients on Google. And I do all of our sales, and I'd probably say 80% of the people that come into our business are from Google reviews. They're like, how can you have that many 5-star reviews and be a crummy business? And so, tweaking those things so that you're right on top of the list and that your reviews, represent who you are as a business. So Facebook, making sure that you're building your community, marketing to your clients' community. We use Facebook more on a intimate setting with our clients, but we've had people that they're linked to see things that they're linked to, and that's brought people into us. And so making sure that, that's a person's first point of contact for you. What do they see when they see your Facebook page? Promotional material, making sure, again, that it's appropriate, branding, you have a supply of it, the right information. Again, you being careful not to put something out that appeals to you, but that appeals to your market. So allowing your clients to like you before purchasing. And this is kind of where sometimes we get hooked up because we want them to bring them in for a consult and sell them, and they didn't even have a chance to get to know who you were, what kind of programs you offer, how they would fit inside of that. So create opportunities for them to try you out before making a commitment, limiting that high-risk environment. Most of these people have bought 500 million toys. They've probably had personal trainers and boot camps that they've been part of. They're coming into you with a lot of apprehension, a lot of fear at that point. So find a way that you can minimize that. Hey, let's get you in a class to try that out. Let's get you in a small group to try that out, and then book that consult right after that. So there's no waiting time. They're excited. They've just had this experience with you. They like you. They've had a chance to like you. And then, going right on the back of that. Create friend workouts. Obviously, an awesome referral opportunity. Allow their friends to come in. Create maybe a scheduled friend time that they can, bring other people. Clinics. This is something that we actually started offering on a consistent basis this year. So we have our whole calendar for this year mapped out, and it's free to all of our clients and kind of as an amenity, something that they get to enjoy, and then just a small cost to potential clients, because we want our current clients to see that, hey, you're getting something special versus people that are not a part of our demographic yet. And then free sessions. Look at the bigger picture when you're considering offering free sessions. Yes, that putting them in a small group might cost you a couple of dollars. In the long term, if they like you and they have the opportunity to like you, that could be a lifetime client, so looking at that lifetime value of those people. Trust. So they've had a chance to like you. They've given you a little bit of their trust. How do you keep that? And how do you continue to build off of that? So limiting the emails. It's easy to just start loading them up with a bunch of information and just start sending them a bunch of promotional material. Figure out what they want and what they need, and take those things into consideration when you make contact with them. Infusionsoft, 6th Division really allow you to kind of tweak and figure out how to market to your clients and what they need and what they don't need, and not just bombard them with a bunch of stuff, because you're going to instantly lose trust if someone signs up with you and within the first month they've got 25 emails from you about 500 different things, or even products and services they've already purchased. Making sure you're staying on top of that to keep that trust with them. Obviously solidifying the contact process, ensuring that your staff is aware proper documentation is being kept. So with just one example, we do accountability check-ins every week for the first month with our clients. And so making sure that my staff knows once a week, you need to contact that person outside of their session. How are they doing? How are they, how's the program working for them? Are they getting what I told them they were going to get? And again, just limiting that risk and continuing to foster trust. The more you build trust, especially in that first month, 2-3 months, the long-term value of that client builds. So try. Do you live up to your promise? So it's real easy, get them in the door, got them into a program, they're paying you money, you're already on to the next client, the next sales consult, and you've forgotten about that person. But except you've promised them something, and they expect that. And you need to live up to that just as much as you want them to live up to the promise they made to you in their sales consult or the evaluation or orientation. So a promise contract. What do your clients need to live up to? What do you need to live up to? Are you giving them what you promised them? And if you're not, you need to be held accountable, just like they're being held accountable every time they get weighed or measured or the journals get checked or whatever. A gold card during the consultation. I do an initial one when I do my consultations, and then we do a more in-depth one during the orientation evaluation. So their 1-month goal, 3-month goals, what that means for them, and what it means for us. What are we going to do on the back end to support that goal? Client survey, sending out 1 month into their program, a survey to evaluate your programs and systems. And that can be a little tough to get back sometimes, and maybe you didn't get the review or get the positive feedback that you wanted, but you can't fix things if you don't know what's going on. And you need to know about a problem much earlier on than 3, 6, 12 months into it, when they're asking you for their money back because you told them they were going to get something, they didn't get it. So giving them that opportunity to try you and for you to keep your promise. So what happens when they buy? This is the exciting part. So they've given you their credit card, and they've started the process, and you're ready to get them kind of on that next step of the client life cycle. So I've broken it up, and you can break it up differently for your business depending on who you service, cost, time. There's a lot of factors into this, but this is something that worked for our facility. So what happens at their welcome, what happens at their orientation evaluation, first week, first month, third month, 6th month, year, post-year. So at every step, there's something that happens with them. So, and I'm sure everyone in this room has had clients for 3, 4, 5 years, and they're just kind of there, and you train them, and there's no more life cycle for them. So figuring out how to keep them engaged and it not just be a friend that you've been training for the last 5 years. So in our welcome packet, we have a letter from myself, just kind of welcoming them to the team, welcome to the family. 25% gold card, and it's actually a little gold card that we have that they get to use for all their point of sale purchases during the first month. So getting them involved in AdvoCare, getting them involved in maybe equipment, things that you want them to become familiar with, you've kind of eliminated some of that risk factor. Hey, take 25% off of everything you purchase in that first month. Making sure you have business cards in there so that they have a point of contact. And I am very, very crystal clear in our consultations. Hey, I'm going to put you with so-and-so, but if you're not comfortable with them, I need to know. Come back to me. Let's figure out what we need to do to bridge that gap. We have a restaurant guide. So we tapped into all of our clients and came up with the top 25 restaurants in the Houston area. And we came up with a restaurant guide for our clients that basically tells them, hey, if you go to this place, because we have a lot of professionals that eat out a lot, this is what we think you should order. This is what we think you should ask for. This is what we think you should probably avoid if you go there. And so it gives them a good idea of, hey, I can still live and I'm not having to eat, rice and chicken every night. I can still go out with my family and friends, and I've got business dinners and things like that. And so again, limiting the risk, increasing the trust. Goal setting card, which I already talked about, making sure you have calendars of things that you're doing. So if you are doing clinics, making sure that they're aware of those things, of your service offerings and, everything that they can be a part of. We do small group bookings online, so making sure that they know how to do that. They don't leave you or their evaluation orientation and they're like, how am I supposed to do this, or what am I supposed to do? And all of a sudden there's this disconnect, and it's happened within the first or second week. How to get the best results guide. This was something that the book really touched about. Making sure that you give them all the tools and all the knowledge they need to make the right decisions. It's easy for us as fitness professionals to assume that everybody knows that they should come and do cardio and that they should take advantage of the classes and that they should, ask other trainers for advice. But they don't know that. And so, giving them, and it can be real short, real small, but giving them something, kind of a guide. Gift cards for friends. So we're already implementing the referral idea. So we actually put gift cards in our client folder so they can automatically start giving them to their friends. So something to kind of get them, because that first, second month, it's exciting. Friends are noticing, and it eliminates the risk factor for their friends to come and try you out. Goodie bags, so just Advocare stuff in there, a bunch of fun little things in there. Coupon book, tapping into your strategic alliances and getting coupons for those places. And then that's a good segue for you to give them stuff that they can give to their clients as well. So kind of building that network. And then a guide to all your offerings. Again, making sure that your clients, if they signed up for small group, that's great. But you know what? 6 months down the road, they may want private, but they may not know you have private because you've never told them that you have private. So making sure they have all that information. Orientation evaluation. So this is the second thing after I've sold them or gone through the consultation. During the orientation evaluation, they're going to get that client folder. And then we're going to go through give them something to signify their welcoming in the family, that they're part of who you are now. And that's going to be different for all of you and, your market and your people. Orientation welcome packet, making sure they have something to take home, touch. Some people want paper, some people need to process things. Setting up 30, 60, 90-day action plan. Again, just making sure that there's step-by-step. Where are we going with this? What do you need from me? What do I need from you? Custom fitness roadmap, detailing on a monthly basis what their weeks should look like. Nutrition setup, depending on what you work. We work through VitaBot, and it's been really beneficial for us. Make sure the team is aware of what is expected. Everyone's on the same page. So you're not telling them, hey, you're going to get all of this really cool stuff, and then they get with a trainer, and they're not getting all that really cool stuff. So all your systems are in place, and everybody knows about that. First week, send out a client welcome card. I'm getting told to get off the stage. This is good stuff, right? So front desk protocol, follow up with the training manager. A follow-up call from the training manager. First month Kickstart challenge, giving them something if they reach their goals. 1 month client survey, did you live up to your promise? 1 month check-in from the training manager. Introduction to Olympic clubs, which you can ask me about later if you want. 3-month anniversary gift, goal setting session for the new quarter, and a reward incentive for reaching those 90-day goals that you talked about in your consultation or evaluation. 6 month goal setting session again, coffee with the general manager, connection on a bigger level. 6 month black box gift, got that from Dan Kennedy. So a shirt signed by the entire staff and a growth book, something not to do with fitness, just, hey, we want you to grow and be a better person. Add client to the success board. 1 year, dinner with myself, personalized year anniversary gift. 1 year gold card, so now they get a discount on everything they purchase going forward. Pre-release of all new program offerings, so creating some exclusivity with them. End of the year party showcase. And post-year, they're invited to be a part of an advisory committee. They get to help you make decisions about programs and things that you want to do. Makes them feel part of something a little bit more special. Special events, venture retreats, and just continuation of rewards and incentives. So, referral engine through your client lifestyle. Determine if your pre-visit experience for your potential clients is informative, accurate, inviting, and actionable. Making sure everything you do drives to your goals. Decide what you can do to build and keep trust, eliminate fear, and gain a positive relationship status. Create accountability for both the client and your business. Map out the journey each of your clients should take with you, consistency of delivery, and under-promise, over-deliver.